Alright, what's up guys? It's Angel here with Yu-Gi Rogue, and today I got a deck profile from Voiceless Voice where I went to locals and went undefeated. It was a box tourney, so I got a Rage of the Abyss box, some packs. This is completely unrelated, but my friend gave this to me for a really good deal, and I finally have one. For whatever reason, I have never been able to get one, so that's just going to be in the video right here for now. But yeah, I got a few things for you guys today, so I'm going to do the deck profile. I'm going to do a combo with the Diviner after, and then we're going to speed run this box to see if we get anything. We're going to skip through the comments because I think at this point we should probably know what the cards are there. They're not new to us, but we got to see if we can make any money back from this. So we're just going to speed run the pack opening. But yeah, let me get into the deck profile. I'm going to put this over here for now, and this could stay there. Yeah, so it was 4 rounds. I played against Tempai round 1, and all of my matches were 2-0, which is kind of crazy, but I'll show you guys how the engines work together, and why it allows me to do well going first or second. But my first round was Tempai, second round was an Infernoid stun deck, but mostly just using the engine to try and stop you. Third round was a Sword Soul deck, mixed with Adventure, so it was like a pile. And then fourth round was Mimical Castira. And yeah, so I feel like I had good matchups. Just hand traps plus the engine alone was a lot to help me stop everybody, which is something that I've been going against lately. I was playing breakers to see if that was better, but that just didn't do me well. It was 50-50 each game. So yeah, let me get into the deck profile. First, we got the two Skull Guardians here. 2 Skull Guardians, yep. You just make one, and then the other one stays in deck in case the ritual spell needs to summon the second one, if they somehow break it with the card effect. Serarvis and the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Pretty standard, same thing as last profile. You just want to have extra negates and extra interruptions to pretty much you don't want to let them bait out the Skull Guardian if you don't have to. And yeah, so that just helps you get an extra interruption and stay alive. Because even if they do break all the interruptions, now they still have to break the actual board without targeting and stuff. So if it stays on board, you're likely going to survive. 3 low. One of the MVPs of the day was Diviner, because it gets you into your Voiceless combo plus full Fiendsmith combo. It's just amazing to see. 2 Saphira. Yeah, pretty much the middle of the combo that helps you get through everything, get to what you need to get to. Played 2 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, and the Fabled Lurie. The Lacrima is new, of course, because the new set just dropped, the Rage of the Abyss. But it pretty much makes Lurie and the spell, the tracts, either way you get to them, you can get to the desert right now, which is nice. And the Dogmatica Maximus, because we play the Nadir package. Then we've got 3 Barrier and Blessing. Blessing is really good, especially right now because we're in the Mulchummy format. And if they hit you with Mulchummy, you can give them minimal draws and probably summon on their turn too, to still put up negates. And then just 2 Prayers because it's part of the deck. 3 Nadir Servants, 3 Pre-Prep, and the 1 Tract. And yep, that's all for engine. This card is just insane to keep in your hand to the very end. If they hit you with the Mulchummy or anything, you can still, you won't even use the extra deck towards the end of the combo, but you could always try and draw into hand traps. With this deck, you can get the Pot of Greed because you play so many hand traps. And then this is probably the most important part that helped my engine survive and backed up my engine. So we played a bunch of hand traps. We played 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Ghost Ogre, because I think this format is pretty good. It hits a lot. And then another thing that I think is good right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is effect negation, because I feel if your opponent is, if you turn your opponent's normal summon into a vanilla monster, I feel if you're normal summoning a vanilla monster in Yu-Gi-Oh! You're just so far behind. So I feel these cards just pretty much take away their normal summon and force them to have backup plays, and then you have Omni Negates to deal with them. And so these allow you to not force out your own Omni Negates. And then we got 2 Dominus Purge. So yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, pretty much a good amount of hand traps. And right into the Voiceless Voice. This comes back every turn, so it is an interruption as well. But yeah, we have a good amount of interruption. This is just going to help back up your engine. You have pot of grease. You have so many ways to draw. You have the Necro Equip to draw after you've thinned out the deck a little bit, got rid of some engine. You got the Nadir Servant to send cards to grave from the extra deck to help you draw more. So on a really good hand with Nadir Servant, you'll draw like 3 extra cards at the end. And so plus whatever you drew in your opening hand, plus whatever hand traps you're going to get after the deck's thinned a little bit, hopefully getting rid of some of the engine, you draw in some more of these. And that is it for the main deck. And now I'll go to the extra. So 1 Requiem, Sequence, Moon, Necro Equip, and Desiree. So this is it for this Fiend System package. Moon is super important just because, like, of course, the Diviner play. I'm going to show you that combo as well at the end of this video. I cut the DDD guy because now that you can make Desiree every time, I feel like okay, so there's 2 things. Now that you can make Desiree every time, and now that Nib is a little bit worse because of like the Azamina cards, people playing them before their actual combo. I usually will. You still play this because you get a draw off of it and it's free, and it puts an extra deck monster in grave in case you hard draw the Dogmatica Maximus. And also it gives you like a play where you can go into SP if you need to off of that. But so you still play that, but the DDD I just don't see as powerful. I think I'd rather have something where I extra negate where it's not baiting my my Omni. And yep, that's pretty much it for this. We got the 1 Dynamundo, IP, SP, and Anima. Just some removal cards. This helps you extend and get the spells and traps you don't already have for the Voiceless Voice engine. Farragut, Natis. I decided to play 2 Natis because 1, we have the room for it now that we took out the DDD, but also going second is a little bit harder. So yeah, you have your hand traps to like make them end on a half board. And then if you have Nadir Servant, you can send 1 off the initial Nadir, and then send the second one off the Maximus. So you could clear like whatever might stop the Maximus from going through, and then the second one use the Maximus effect to pop something else, which I did against the Infernoid deck that I played, which was super helpful. It just helps you crack boards a little bit going second. And it's kind of unexpected, because it's not really a part of your engine, so you can get rid of cards without actually having to go into your engine, which is nice. And then we got Garuda, Herald, and Meteor Burst. Yep, these are like the draw card, the other draw card. Herald is nice to get you whatever you're missing. You can use Maximus as a material because it's a light, super high level. And then the Auto Meteor Burst. The side deck I actually didn't use very much at all. But I wanted to focus more on going first, which is different because before I thought like, because I struggle going second, you don't have your negates up, I would put more going second cards, but I built the main deck for like super heavy going second, like hella hand traps. So I wanted to focus on going first in case if I'm siding, that means I lost. If I needed to side, that means I lost. Otherwise I just keep the hand traps in, which means like I wanted a lot of going first cards. Otherwise it probably wouldn't change much. So I did 3 Solemn Judgment, 1 Scolding. Yeah, so low places all your stuff face up, so you usually don't even have a set card unless you hard draw the trap. But you can like you can activate the trap in standby or draw phase and not really use the effect, just to make this live, because this one says you can't have any set cards. We got Anti-Spell, and there can only be 1. Yeah, didn't really use any of these today. I think I sided in there can only be 1, but didn't see it or need it. And then the Centurion deck has been going around, so it's getting more popular. So I wanted to put some spell and trap removal because they put themselves as traps in the spell and trap zone, and their field spell is really good. And I also feel like this just hits a lot of decks right now. This is once per chain, so you pay 1,000 once per chain. You could pop a spell and trap, a face-up spell and trap. So it outs floodgates in case I played against like Runic or I don't know. I just wanted like to test this card out, but I figured that like I could, because Centurion puts themselves in the face-up spell trap zone, I feel like paying 1,000 to out engine cards, and it's not once per turn, it's just once per chain. It's kind of crazy. I had to read it again just to make sure I'm not going crazy, but yeah, it's once per chain. So like it can stop maybe a few engine cards, and all of a sudden it's like interruptions instead of just like something like removal like Cosmic. But I really like Cosmic too. You can just chain to like the ones that special or hit the field spell if you're going first. And then I just 3 draw and lock. I didn't want to play the Retaliating Sea. I like the idea, but like if I don't have a way to get over it myself, I get macroed, so it's like it could hurt me too. So I think I like this card better. I didn't want to put it in the main because I play so many hand traps that this one really doesn't pair well with other hand traps. I wanted hand traps that pair well and negate effects, so that way I can like stop the normal summon and stop a follow up instead of like trying to lock the whole turn and then they're gonna end on a half board anyways, and I still like want to weaken their board, so I still have to hand trap. Like I think I just wanted something that could potentially make them turn skip if paired together, as opposed to like taking a risk. So I put this in the side deck so that way decks that need to search 3 or 4 times just to get something going, that's when it's worth putting this in for me. Otherwise I think I'd be okay just seeing a different hand trap instead. It would still protect me a bit. Yep, that's it for the deck. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and power shuffle this deck, draw a diviner, and then like any 4 cards. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna draw a diviner. I'm gonna search a diviner right now, and then I'm gonna power shuffle the deck and draw any 4 cards, and I'm gonna show you what the combo looks like that I was talking about. Alright, so the deck's power shuffled. Now I'm just gonna grab a diviner so I can show you the combo. There's diviner. And I'm just gonna shuffle again. But yeah, so the other 4 cards shouldn't matter. I think you might need like a level 7 to tribute to get back, because you're gonna get rid of your own low, but we'll see right now. Like usually any hand should provide that. Alright, so diviner, nadir, oh my gosh, imperm, purge, and low. Okay, so I'll show you the combo now. This is a pretty good hand. 2 hand traps, 3 engine, and then you're going to draw a 6 card going second, so that's really nice. Alright, so we'll normal summon diviner here. So you're going to send Triaz, of course. Like, this hand does get stopped by a hand trap, but you still have Nadir Servant in case that happens. But we're going to pretend as if they didn't have any hand trap, because this is full combo, and with full combo you don't get stopped, right? So Triaz is going to tribute the diviner, bring itself out, and it's going to summon a low from the deck. So you're going to bring out your low, if we could find one. By the way, I think this is like 47 cards, so if it looks massive, 1 is because it's double sleeve, 2nd is because it is 47 cards. Okay, and then low is going to get you barrier. Barrier is going to get you follow up, okay? So basically we're going to sack off these monsters to go into the Fiendsmith engine, and we're going to start trying to bait out hand traps, / like get just more advantage. So I think normally people could go to like Chaos Angel, or there's a play where you leave Triaz in the grave, which is also fine because you get an extra pop off the Triaz. But I like having a Desiree because it pretty much gives you follow up, which I think is just better than a single pop. Plus they can't target and they have to get over the Desiree. And if you stay alive, you have so many face-up cards that are just going to give you resources next turn. I just think it's insane to not go for it. I like this line way better. But it only works if you're playing the Fiendsmith engine, so that's why we play Fiendsmith cards in here. So that's going to send that. Okay, so here you still use the Requiem to equip here, and then you make Lacquer. And then here you'll use Barrier to search. This is going to add Saphira. Now Saphira you're going to activate here, and I know it looks weird, right? We just stopped like kind of mid combo, but there's a reason. One is we kind of need to do it here in order to abuse Necro Equip while it's still face up on the field, because we're going to get rid of it pretty soon. But yeah, so like this is going to allow Necro Equip to activate and let us draw a card. And we've already thinned out some of the engines, so now hopefully we draw a hand trap, but we'll see. So yeah, we got our Skull Guardian, pitched our spell, Necro Crypt activates, draws us a card, and we got an Ogre, so that's nice. So yeah, now we continue with the Fiendsmith engine. We put back Requiem, and we summon Engraver. And then we go, let's see, what am I doing here? I'm going into sequence. And then sequence was gonna put back 1, 2, 3. And that's gonna get you Desiree. So, Desiree, or sequence can equip from the field, but this deck does have a lot of bodies it can put out, so we're gonna try and find a way to use this as a body and then equip it from the graveyard. So here we can start playing. So like we don't play around nib because we check for nib when we have the 2 level 6s up. Plus, if we do get nibbed, this will trigger and get rid of the nib, and this will go to grave and trigger our quick play to bring back, and low still triggers to bring back, and you'll still end on be able to make like Dynamundo and get your trap. So you'll end on 2 negates, plus you have Nadir Servant and all these as follow-up. So we're not really scared of nib here, plus the deck plays around it just naturally. But yeah, we're gonna go Saphira. We're gonna tribute this, and we'll tribute our low from hand. So it'll be Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, this will bring back, and we'll grab our Odd Eyes. We're gonna try to get that onto the field now. So this is just going to provide us another interruption. Let's see. And so this also gives us another body, which is good against Tempai, but against any other deck, it just gives you a body because we can make IP and still use that body to go into more. So let's see here. We've used Barrier. So I think we're just about ready to call it in terms of like making pushes, because we can't really summon before using this. We have a good amount of hand traps. We can still Pot of Greed, and we can make Dynamundo here. I'm just trying to think if we go into something else right now. What I want to do, what my brain is telling me to do, is to make an IP, and then still be able to get a Dynamundo out because I could use this, but I don't have a way to get to another body. I think I needed the trap, so I would have to hard draw this instead of get it off of this. So you can only do that. You can only have an extra body if you hard draw this, because then the low will set the trap instead of this. The trap could send back this to make a Saphira. You can make IP and then still make a Dynamundo. Okay, so we don't get that luxury here, but it's totally fine because this is pretty standard. Whereas the other one's more of a luxury by drawing Barrier. Alright, so we'll equip sequence. We'll make Dynamundo. And then now, I mean, this is typically where it would end here. Like you could go into, on their draw phase, you go get back Skull Guardian, get the trap for an extra negate. You could put this in the scale to add back. I would probably add from deck. You can add back from grave or deck, but you want to keep one in grave in case they out your Skull Guardian. You could summon a second one from deck. So if we didn't have Nadir Servant, we would just probably put this in Spell Trap Zone, go here. This could get you either the trap, or it could get you, when you summon back the low, it could get the what's it called, the Blessing, because the Blessing is going to be able to summon this. And you have another negate with all your hand traps in hand, but we're going to go, since we have Nadir Servant, I want to show you like what the deck can do. So we're going to send from deck first, or for extra deck. So we're going to get another draw, and thin the deck out. We're going to get Maximus. Your opponent's going to cut, you're going to draw a card, pre-prep, so now we could get like Saphira. It's worth thinning the deck out here. Yeah, it is. So we go pre-prep. Grab Savaris and your prayers. So like on top of your negates that you have, you also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand, and you're about to go for more advantage. And it's okay. Well, one of the reasons like it's fine to activate this here is because even if you don't want these in hand, we're gonna get an opportunity to put them back into the deck. We're gonna send Herald and the Tri-Brigade. So we'll go Chainlink 1, Farragut, Chainlink 2, the Herald to search. So this will grab us our last Skull Guardian, which we actually do want in deck. But pretty much like it turns the Tri-Brigade into a free draw because we actually want the Skull Guardian in deck, and the Farragut makes you put it back on the bottom. So we're gonna draw a free card and we have a free target to put back at the bottom. So let's see what we get off this. We'll draw Purge, which is not great to have 2, but it'll be good follow-up protection next turn. And yeah, in case we draw Ash, we do kind of want to set this. You don't have to activate, since we have 2, we don't have to activate the one from hand. But we also do need some space open in case the Odd Eyes, in case we summon the Odd Eyes. So here you just have to decide whether you want to go for the trap play or the Odd Eyes play. And I think because we have a lot of hand traps, it shouldn't matter too much, but I think I'd go for the trap here on their turn. So like we'd pass here. You could go like Odd. No, we wouldn't go Odd Eyes because we have the second one, right? Yeah, the other one's in here, so we wouldn't go the Odd Eyes play here. We would just go tribute on their draw phase to bring back Skull Guardian and Low, and then Low will go. We gotta be careful not to take up this in case we go into the Odd Eyes. But for now, I think I'd go here because next turn you could bury or search for Blessing and just get back the trap. And I think stopping their normal summon or follow-up extenders is pretty important. You could like stop their normal summon or like spells. You have a bunch of cards to stop those. You have Purge, you have Ogre. They can't target anything. They can't even target your Desert because of this, but also none of your light monsters can be targeted because of this. And you have Imperm, paired hand traps essentially. 3 hand traps on top of your 1, 2, 3 interruptions. Yeah, and if you activate Imperm first, then Purge has a trap engrave and it destroys. So I'd say that's pretty good. That's pretty much what I was doing at the tournament. That was helping me. And yeah, so I think that's about it for the combo part of this video. Next, we get into the fun part. We get to see if we actually plussed or not. I mean, regardless we plus, because I think it was a $10 entry fee. It was like 30 people, so I think they were able to do pretty good pricing because so many people showed up. But yeah, let's get into these packs here. Let's get this out of the way. Alright, first we'll do the LTS packs because why not? They're already open. White Princess, Virtual World, and a Genix Undyne. Pretty cool. Genix Undyne is nostalgic. I have a friend who likes the these, I forgot what they're called, the Skull Servant deck. We got a Dragon Ruler. And a full Armored XYZ. I know that card's actually really good. Alright, so now we're going to go and speedrun this box opening. Hey, let's see here. How can we get this? There we go. So sorry if I missed some of your favorite comments, but we are going to try and just get through this. I would really like a new Molchummy. And I know some of the secrets are typically at the bottom, or like towards the middle. Okay. Oh, there's a secret at the 3rd pack on the top. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna put these over here. I promise I'll clean that up. And we got a Dominus Impulse. I think those are 2 secrets. What the fuck? Those are back-to-back packs, both on the left side. That's super weird. I mean, hopefully this box is even weirder and gives us like multiple QCRs. So I don't know if they stopped mapping them or whatever they call it. Like Hey, but that was a speed run. I mean, if there's no QCRs in here, that's pretty much all we get. But Impulse is like $50, I think. I have 2 now. I just don't use it in my deck, so it's like I wasn't in a rush to grab them. But I could play them in Mermail. I just gotta finish building that. 6 Sam stuff. Very cool, very cool. Gotta be sure not to throw the cards to the side instead of the wrapper. Maybe go fairy. Mimigo Fairy. I believe if there is a QCR, it takes up an ultra rare slot, so we still have a chance. I don't know how much Mimigo Charm is, but Impulse is solid. Impulse is solid. Fiendsmith's something. I don't even think they use that. Just the Lacrima, really. Yeah, Slime. Just about halfway through. A little bit more. Shark. I think to enjoyers of pack openings, this is probably like brutal to them because I'm skipping over most things, but this is a speed run. Goblin Biker's gone wild. The deck is real. Has gas like crazy. Oh my god, I see a QCR. Holy shit. What are we gonna get? Ooh, okay. It's not a chummy, but I'll fucking take it. I don't know what that's worth, but I know they definitely use that in the new deck. How weird can this box get? Can we get some more? We got, that was on the, I don't know if that was on the same side. Now I'm just saying that, but I know the first 2 were on the same side. Oh man, part of me was really hoping it was a Mimic or a Voltrammy Fuelos, because as nice as the QCR looks, I would totally sell it to get like 3 normal ones. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to get those again because I sold mine. Centurion, Primera, Prometheus. That is it. That is the speedrun, that is the deck profile, and that is the combo of all 3. So yeah, if you're interested in Voiceless Voice, I highly recommend this variant. I don't like the pure version just because I feel like it just stops your turn to like 1 or 2 hand traps. There was times where like my Diviner got stopped and I was able to keep playing because I had Fiendsmith cards or whatever the case may be. Yeah, so it just gives it more gas. You have to play a higher count. I'm at 47. I managed to make that work, but I think it's the most fun way to play it. It's the most competitive way to play it, and it's just the most realistic at this point. But if you guys have comments or any ideas about the deck or anything, let me know. Or the combos, maybe the combos, y'all have a better way to extend them or anything. That'd be sick. So just let me know in the comment section. Until next time, like and subscribe. Follow the channel. I'll be hopefully posting more videos about different decks if I use them. I want to play like an Infernoid Snake Eye deck next with the Azamina cards. So maybe incorporate grass somehow, but we'll see. So yeah, just follow the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.